What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to our Barcelona Let's Play here in Football Manager 2020. Today, it is the finale for season number 3 here in Spain, and well, it's been a fun little adventure, hasn't it? Last episode, of course, was the Champions League semi-final against Liverpool, the episode of the series, some are saying. Some critics have suggested. I'd be inclined to agree with them. Do go check it out. And of course, today is actually going to be the final episode of the series. Yesterday, as you watch this video, episode 1 of Parks to the Prem will have gone up, and the second episode of that series will also be going up the same day as this video. But yes, we've got a new Let's Play starting on the channel. So today, it's a celebration of RB Barna. You're going to be able to download the save game following on from this next game down in the description. And, well, today we're going to play the final game at the club. We're going to have a look through some things, you know, the history of the club over the last 3 years, what we've achieved, and just reminisce. But yes, Parks to the Prem has got underway. We discussed it last episode. What did people want to see? There was a general consensus that we've done quite well here at RB Barna, and I know a lot of people will say you gave yourself a really strong team to begin with. I genuinely believe that when you look at this team that we have, compare it against Real Madrid and Barcelona, I feel like it's a significantly worse team than those two teams on paper. Yes, we've added some really good, high-quality players. I mean, you actually look at the starting 11 now. More than half the players in the starting 11 are actually players that I've signed over the last 3 years. But it's been a really weird year, and I don't feel like we could top it. I feel like it would just be going for the Champions League. And New Year feels like a new adventure is in order. I've actually been away for a large part of the Christmas period. I'd recorded all the way up until last episode whilst away. So this is my first time back trying to play a football match in FM, and, well, the teams are warming up. You may notice, by the way, we are currently using the new version of TCS. The new version of the skin that I use is out. It's always linked down in the description. People ask me all the time, how can I get my football manager to look like yours? Down below. It's there. And yeah, you can find it. I'm just going to click random options because they have no consequence. But yes, we've got the new skin. It's got some new player profile stuff, a few nice other new additions, which I'm sure we're going to discover along the way. And now I'm sat thinking, did I actually get the new version of the skin installed properly? Because I feel like it's meant to have the timeline in the top left. Suso, by the way, he didn't give a hoot. He wants to score after 15 seconds. And, well, who am I to try and stop him? Of course, this is, by the way, a pretty big game, and you might look at it and go, how can this be a big game? I really want to hit 100 points, and a win would be enough to do that here against Aybar. I would like to go down in history like Pep's Man City as a team to get 100 points in a 38-game season. We do need to defend better than we have done, well, at least in the build-up to that chance, as Marotan has an effort from range, which goes wide. But, yeah, we need to defend this as well. We're on the back foot to start with. What's happened? Have we had a bit too much to drink on New Year's Eve? Nordy going back to Onana. That scared me for a second, although maybe we can break. Haaland, of course, now a Dortmund striker. Can he pull it across? No, he selfishly smashes it into the side netting. Not ideal, but chance after 6 minutes. That's something, right? We're loving it. I want an entertaining final game. You know, we don't want to go out with a bore draw. That'd almost be the worst conclusion possible. I want 100 points. That's got to be the dream here. And well, let's see what we can do here. We've got Kike. I'm going to go with that as his name going forward. I feel like I signed him once upon a time. I feel like he's a really well-rounded advanced forward. Or at least he was a few years ago. I feel like I've signed him a few times in the Championship. I think I used to nickname him the Quiche. And well, maybe I should nickname Suso the Quiche because he's through and he had it on a plate and he's dropped the plate and the Quiche is on the floor. It's a disaster. Although, redemption arc, he crosses it in, Koita heads it over. We've had 4 clear-cut chances. It's still 0-0. It could be that kind of afternoon for us, which is slightly worrying if I'm going to be honest. Andreas now with the ball, bringing it forward. We block the cross. Denis Suarez, who's been here since the beginning. What can he do here? Options are left and right. That's a lie. Now they're all on his right. He's not all right. He's lost the ball. Although Florentino Luis had a chance. Blazed over the crossbar. Was not that far away either. In truth. I mean, this has been pretty, I want to say end to end. It's mostly been at their end. They've had a few chances, to be fair to them. But we're doing okay, aren't we? Dimitrovic, can you just give us an easy goal? We've missed all the all the easy chances, we've missed all the chances. We've not scored. How can I say we've missed the hard or easy chances? They've all been missed. Ongwene gets out to Suso, bringing the ball forward here. What can he do? Koita on the shoulders man. Suso he's just going on a run. He's just gone for a jog down the middle and they've parted like the Red Sea. Unfortunately, the Red Sea that was the Aybar defence had a goalkeeper at the end of it that stopped him making his way down. Suso, though, what can he do now? He whips it in. Koita's there for his 39th goal of the season. That's silly. He's on for 40. If he can hit 40 and we get 100 points, it's the fairy tale ending, other than, well, winning the Champions League, which it can't happen now. We're not in it anymore. But that's not how I would have expected Koita to score. We actually scored a corner. That's one thing I really want to do with Parks to the Prem, our new series starting on the channel, is start scoring more corners. Because, to be frank, we've been shocking from set pieces here at Barna. I should probably experiment more with, custom set pieces, trying to actually find something that works rather than just kind of setting up a certain way and then never really touching it. Let's have a look at how good the quiche is. I mean, you can see there, as an advanced forward, he's a he can't work very hard, but you could imagine when he was a few years younger, pretty tasty advanced forward. On not massive money. He takes a bow. I mean, fair. It wasn't that good. It wasn't bow-worthy, that goal. You're not a showman here, mate. You've tapped it in from 6 yards out. He's getting big for his boots. Don't like it. Defending there was questionable. I feel a bit bad for Onana, because when a player has a shot from 6 yards away, you can't really back your keeper to save it if it's not straight at them. But it wasn't great. Part of me wants to bring it. I feel like I was about to say. Part of me thinks we should bring in Abel Ruiz. We almost certainly should bring in Abel Ruiz. Let's take off Haaland, who you will. I promise you now, you will never see play for one of my teams in FM this year on YouTube. I know it's a meme that he's overused. He's gone to Dortmund now. He's going to be impossible to sign in future saves. But I think we can draw a line in the Haaland saga. One last Haaland shake, maybe. It's a good job there's no webcam, otherwise there'd be an unsightly sight as I jiggle in my chair. You can imagine the image, folks. Koita, he wants 40. Can he get it? No. He wants 40. Does he really with efforts like that? We've had 6 clear-cut chances and 2 half chances. Let's see if Abel Ruiz can add to his goal-scoring tally. He is currently the top goal scorer, well, in our team, in the league. He's not that far off the top goal scorer in the league, although he would need, I think, to score... Maybe he would only need to score 1. It depends on other goals. Oh my gosh, Onana. That was an insane stop. Tipping it onto the crossbar, and then it went over. 25 minutes. Make that 20. I'm nervous it's still 1-1 at this point. Moritan brings forward the ball. Played inside to Key. I'm scared of him. Stop him. He hits it. Onana saves it. Right. I really would like Football Manager. And I said really lots of times, so you know I'm very serious. I really would like to get the 100 points. And I would love Koita to get 40 goals for the season. They're my 2 wishes. They're a little bit late, my Christmas wishes. I guess I can make them New Year wishes. Can we make something happen? They've got a set piece. That's not what you want to see. Onana is saving our bacon right now. I mean, it's not like this is the biggest game of his life or anything, but we could be out of this game with some of the chances they've had. Koita, what can you do here? What can you do here? What can you do here? I mean, if he scores that, it's the perfect ending. Unfortunately, after an incredible run, he hits it straight at the keeper. Although we've got another chance here. Nordi to Mendes. Suso squares it questionably. Didn't really pick out his man. And now it's Moritan, the Romanian playmaker, a player who last year was actually one of my favourite wonder kids to observe in the game. He always seemed to... Well, he had some incredible careers and some not so good ones. He could be about to put a dagger in my heart. Why did I bring up Quiche? Why did I bring it up? I deserve this. We've had the perfect season. I've gone away on holiday. I've come back and my players, I want a refund. They've forgotten how to play football. We're going to go very attacking. We've already shouted at them. We can give them another shouty shout. Abel Ruiz. Palacios. Have a go, Palacios. Have a go. I mean, it was never really going in, was it? But you wanted to believe. I wanted to believe. And the Barna fairy tale ends with a twist in the tail, I think is the only right way really to describe this. Are we really about to lose to Aybar in the final game? It's not even like we played our rotated 11. That's a great ball to Abel Ruiz. I mean, that sums up this final episode. In some ways, I'm glad that we're ending it on this game, because if it was only going to go downhill from here, I'm just a little bit scared for how bad it could actually get, because that was absolutely shocking by Abel Ruiz. I think he's got broken over Christmas. He's had a bit too much to drink, a bit too much to eat. I mean, it's just not been a great final game, folks. I mean, they've won. Onana made 6 saves, to be fair. Not sure he's justified his price tag in the last 6 months, but he did his best there. They're bottom of the league. It makes it even worse. They've got 4 wins all year, and they just won against us. Oh, dear. I mean, make of it what you will. Make of it what you will, I guess. And there you go. That concludes season number 3. That is a very weird ending. That's not the result I was expecting. I was expecting a win as a formality and kind of a chilled out commentary. But yeah, we'll save up the game here and pass it on to you guys to see what you can do. You can see here some of the stuff. If we just look, Elena, he's not happy, and then he no longer wants a new deal. Okay, Region solved it. Thank you. Oh, wait. These are old. Maybe I've had too much to drink, folks. Right. Tony can't avoid the drop. Tony. Oh, Tenerife got relegated. Tony, how did you get on for them? I mean, Tony's developed a hell of a lot. I actually noticed a lot of our regens out on loan developed quite well this year. Carlos Elena has won Spanish League Player of the Year. He only played 24 games, a 7.64 or 6.3 average rating. Played largely against the worst teams in the league when we were doing our rotated 11, but I guess we'll take it. You can see here, Abel Ruiz finished 2nd top goal scorer. What an achievement that is for him. I do also feel like we have to give ourselves a little pat on the back for the tactics that we have here, because I do feel like they've contributed massively to the goal scoring that we've seen from our forwards. It's not like one player's been performing really well. It's been all of them have been playing really, really well. You can see here, we won Manager of the Year. Excellent. And Team of the Season. I mean, I'm not happy about the fact that Real Madrid have got so many players in it. I'm going to be honest. But you can see here some of the players that made the cut, including Thomas Estevez. Can we discuss Thomas Estevez? Look at his improvements recently. My player of the series. That might be a niche call, but £500,000, you've probably never seen him achieve anything in Football Manager ever. I can't say I've ever heard of him or seen him in any other save game, but for me, he's been a little dynamo out at right back, and yeah, fond memories, Thomas. The smile that he's got on his face in this player picture is kind of the smile I have. I also love the fact we were able to get quite a lot out of Elena. Obviously, he had a really bad injury last year, but this season he had a terrific, terrific season, which I feel like gets forgotten about a little bit just because he was part of the rotated 11. He was never really going to displace Denis Suarez. But at the same time, you know, they both did so well. You can see, if you were looking strictly statistically, they're not actually that far apart in terms of goal contributions per matches played. The way that we rotated our team this year meant that Denis Suarez played less than half the league games all years. But I feel like that rotation was kind of what allowed us to be so competitive on multiple fronts. Apparently Dominguez is having some contract worries. Sort it out. I mean, Region, I'm in two minds about. Part of me feels like he deserves to go. Part of me feels like he should be, after missing that penalty against Liverpool, can I forgive him? And then I think to myself, yeah, I can forgive him. He's been pretty good for us over the years, hasn't he? And well, looking at this league win, what a league win it was. And it's nice to see, you know, that steady progression, 5th to 3rd to 1st. Up 2 places every year. Do we get our best 11 yet? I would love to see our best 11, but I don't want to spam things too much. Also, I don't think I ever mentioned this. I appointed this year John Terry as our under-19 player manager. You might have seen that. Not player manager. He's not still playing, but our under-19 manager. Why did I never mention this? But yes, John Terry. I wanted some more English blood in the staff, I guess is what I'll say. And he fancied a holiday over in Spain. I'd say it was pretty good. But yes, all things considering, it's been a pretty blooming good series here at Barna. I do feel like we've massively overperformed with the squad we've got. Don't get me wrong, our team is very good. But at the same time, compared to, say, the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, the other teams like that of this league, we're not comparable. The media prediction for us was third this year. You can see the odds on here. Barcelona and Real Madrid comfortably ahead of us, obviously in the season preview. Nice to see Hadara there. Also, Suso and Koita, 2 players we signed this year in the Media Dream 11. The fact that Suso's there, I'm a little bit puzzled about, I'm going to be honest. But Koita, I mean, again, Haaland's leaving Red Bull Salzburg in real life, obviously, in January. Keep an eye out for this guy, because apparently, according to Football Manager, he's the next best thing since sliced Haaland. 19 goals in 29 games in the league, 28 goals he got last season in the league, playing for Salzburg, and I didn't think he would ever be able to match those numbers. I'll be honest, he's not come that far off. For me, he's one of our signings of the year as well. Obviously, apparently he doesn't like big matches and is susceptible to injuries. I don't feel like we experienced that. You can see 39 goals he got in all competitions. Haaland got 32. Aybar got 27. Koita's average rating for the league season in 34 appearances as starters and also lots of appearances on off the bench where naturally your average rating is going to pull things down. A 7.71 average rating. That is absolutely ludicrous. Mental. Also, Sergio Blanchard, the only player to do better. Make of that what you will. I would love to see, if you do continue playing on my save game from where we are here, how this guy gets on, because he looks absolutely superb. Yeah, he'll be one of the big what-ifs, actually. Some people have actually suggested, I'll mention this now, about doing an RB Barna 10 years in the future or maybe 5 years in the future. Just holidaying forward and seeing what happens with our team, how quickly the squad gets plucked apart. If, well, without me leading them, can they win a La Liga title again? Can they really challenge for the Champions League? If that was something you would like to see, please do let me know down in the comments. If we have a quick look here at the general overview, Haaland listed as an icon, Ruiz and ourselves listed as favourite personnel. Of course, not a great deal of history to go through in truth, but yeah, every year has been a bit of an adventure here. Our first season in the Champions League, our first season in the Europa League last year, and of course, my first ever season managing in La Liga in about 10 years of Football Manager. In our first season, it's been a fun little experience going to Spain, a league that I don't normally manage in. Part of me wishes, it was a longer term save, but ultimately when we started this we always said, 3 to 5 seasons was kind of what I had in mind. I feel like we achieved what I wanted to achieve sooner than I thought we would. Genuinely, I thought Barcelona and Real Madrid would be much better than they have been. I mean, in truth, this year they've just been poor. I'm a little bit disappointed, to be fair. They didn't push us more. But you can see, like, the points total that we've got this year would have won the league every single season since we started. Obviously, we've gone from getting 65 points to getting 90 points last year, which is still pretty insane. But actually, our points total last season would have been enough to win the league this year, which kind of puts into context just, I guess, how poor Real Madrid and Barcelona have been and how freakishly good as well they were last season. And freakishly good, well, they certainly were. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you for watching this series. Obviously, any series that gets to 29 episodes, I know compared to some Football Manager series, that isn't the craziest longest. That is still a pretty good achievement. I want to thank you guys for your support on it. It's been a really fun adventure. Hopefully you enjoy Parks to the Prem coming to the channel. If you would like to see that 10 years in the future video, please do let me know. And yeah, that is going to be all from me today. Thank you for watching, guys. It is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.